Welcome to Live Edge, episode 12, I think it is. 11, 12?
11.
Oh, 11. It's episode 11. I can't count.
Remember last time I told you you're going to run out of fingers?
Yep, I run out of fingers.
You got off track.
Tonight we're going to talk about the riches are in the niches. It's a play on words, actually niche, but we'll say riches are in the niches. And what that means is you're going to narrow down your focus on what you're selling. You're not all over the place so that you can make the most money possible. If you're watching this on the replay, be sure to watch through the whole thing because we always have a lot of very interesting questions that help the whole community out. If you're new here, please just comment new, and then Miss 731 is going to tell you who all we got here.
Go ahead and drop a comment where you're from. I've got some written down already, but I'll give you all a minute to drop it. Also, we want to say thank you to Joshua Whitaker for becoming a 2x4 supporter. 2x4.
Is there a video?
We're going to make sure there is. Yeah, there is. I just had not hit. Yeah.
So if you don't know, South Arkansas had a snowstorm of about 12 inches, and that don't happen here. And we have been snowed in for a week, and it was rough on all of us. And so we're just now getting out and about.
Yeah, I tried to leave the house Friday, and I backed out into the road, and I went forward maybe a foot, and then the truck stayed there until yesterday.
Yep, it was stuck. And the two-wheel drive truck, it just spun on top of the ice and snow. We are not cut out for that. And like I said last week, I was lied to my whole life because the mail ran today, or yesterday was the first day it ran in a week.
Yeah, crazy. He kept bringing up that there was a song you were talking about that I had never heard
Rain, sleet,
of.
or snow, the mail must go through.
Yeah, the mail must go through.
The mail must go through. It didn't come through.
It did not come through. But you know what? It was not safe. So
it wasn't. But they could have put some snow tires on it.
It was not safe at all. He scared me to death driving in this weather because he just hits the ice. He's like through it. I didn't like it at all.
57 Woodworks want to know how you can send pictures to us. Instagram, Facebook at 731woodworks or 731woodworks at gmail.com is a good email address for us if you want to send us pictures.
Oh, and we got some stuff in.
We did.
We're going to have, I don't have a picture of it in here, so we'll show it to you next week. But we had someone send the coolest little centerpiece for a table. Yeah, I want to say it right. It's Al and Paula, Arzentone Creations.
Arzentone.
One word. He said one word. Sent a beautiful centerpiece that's made of wood. It's got flowers around it, 3 mason jars that have lights in them.
That's right.
So we'll get that on here so you can see what it is, and we'll post it.
And someone else, I don't know if they wanted to be mentioned or not, but they sent us a network switch so that we're both hardwired into the internet. That was really awesome. Thank you.
And he waited until I think 3 minutes before we were ready to start to make sure I had internet, which I did not at first.
She's got it now, though.
Oh, he stresses
Rebecca
me
Mayberry
every
got the K5 in today. Congratulations. Great K5. I have another generous donor who is sending me a Craig 720 to try out, do a review on, get it on the channel since I like pocket holes so much.
Okay, so really quick, and I know I've missed some of you right now, and I'll try to go back and pick it up, but we've got Kansas, Maryland, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Michigan, Mississippi, Oregon, New York, Virginia Beach, New Mexico, Louisiana, Indiana, Vermont, and they said it was snowy there, Tennessee, Nevada, Virginia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Florida, Kentucky, Minnesota, Texas, and several from Oklahoma and Texas, I think.
Awesome.
Alabama, Wisconsin, Illinois. Okay, I'm seeing them. South
Gary
Dakota,
Glover. We've started a Facebook group for you guys that don't know. It's facebook.com/group/731woodworks.
Oh, California.
It's the 731 Woodworks community, and it's been fantastic. You guys really are posting some amazing projects out there. You're helping each other, which is exactly what we wanted.
I'm looking at some of them. I love it. Y'all are so talented.
Very talented.
So talented.
If you are on Facebook and you're not a part of that community, please join us there. Everybody, it's a positive atmosphere. We're not tolerating any negativity or anything like that. We're all going to keep it positive and help encourage each other.
And I love that y'all done that. Somebody made a post about pocket holes, and I think he got some backlash. I meant to talk to you about it too later because he made another post. He said, I didn't mean to be negative about pocket holes. I was just offering another way.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah. He was being real nice about it. I don't think it was anything. Oh, we've got UK back again too.
It's like
and
1 a.m.
And then home of Gus's Fried Chicken, Mason, Tennessee, Cody Laughter. I don't know what that is, but it sounds good. I love
Mhm.
fried chicken.
Gusses.
I'm from the South. I love fried chicken. You can't be from the South and not like fried chicken, right?
Yep, that's right.
So we've had a rough day.
Man,
We've had a
I
rough day.
woke up on the wrong side of the bed. You ever done that?
No, here's the problem. So everything has been backlogged through all the delivery services, USPS, UPS, FedEx, everything has been so backed up. And our poor mail lady, when she did come yesterday, was it that she came for the first time?
She had to back a truck up.
She couldn't even come close to our house because it was still ice and stuff. And so she had to walk through like mud to get to us. And she had this huge box of stuff to bring us, but it did not have his coffee in it. So
and I was out.
He had drank his last cup yesterday morning. So
I like my Puerto Rican coffee.
Today he had none of his coffee. He had to drink mine, which is better coffee if you ask me. But he didn't have his coffee. The dogs had my daughter's dog had peed on the carpet. A different dog had got poop all over the porch and the sidewalk. He was up all night with a different dog. It was just a hot mess.
It's been a rough one, folks.
It's been a rough day. It's been a Monday on a Tuesday. That's
right.
The problem.
Show half.
It's been a Monday on a Tuesday.
Matt Pocket Holes Outlaw. I like it, Jason.
If y'all ever have a rough day, just drop a comment below. Say me. Yeah. It happens. Oh, my goodness.
Richard Butler, for my plans, the guy that makes them for me, because I don't know how to operate it, it's Google SketchUp is what he's using, and then he makes them for me. I give him all the details and things that I want in there, and then he builds them for me, and then I pay him to build them because I don't know how to work it, and I don't have time to do it.
Rusty to Restored wants to know if you sell online. So this may be where you can talk about a niche.
That's right. Let's get down to the niches. So
thank you, Scott Morris. He said, awesome, he said maybe it would help our day.
And I appreciate that.
Just being with y'all helps us.
It does. And we're already in a better mood. Much. So do I sell online? Not anymore. Not specifically working to sell online. Now, last year at this time, all I was doing was working to build stove covers. And so what had happened was I started an Etsy store. And I had a few things on there that were different types of woodworking projects and things that could sell online that I could ship easily. In other words, smaller projects, because I never shipped anything big because of the freight costs. But once I figured out that a hot seller, which was those stove covers, once I figured those things out that were selling so well, every time I would get a custom order for one, then I would stay inside that niche, but I would just take more pictures of it, stage it properly. Staging super important, especially if you're selling online, because they're buying off the picture. And so I would stage it just right, make it look real nice, or she would. And then I would take some really good pictures of it, iPhone or Android phones, things like that. They have excellent cameras. Just make sure it's well lit. Get that thing staged up. Take 10. On Etsy, you need 10 pictures. So make sure you get all 10 pictures.
Can you use a video?
You can use, that was in beta. I don't know if everybody's got that. If you have video, it's like a 15-second no sound video. And so I did that. And those things sold like hotcakes. And that's what I was doing. I was just building until August of 2020, when we had the top 5 woodworking projects that sell video took off. I changed course on what I was doing and went all in on this content creation and YouTube. And about maybe a month in, so probably September, I took down all of my woodworking listings off of Etsy. But back to the niching down. Once I focus my attention on those products, that one product, I'm not saying you just have to do one, but you need to be focused in on a product if you want to actually start making some real money with woodworking. Because if you're all over the place and you're building dining tables and you're building end tables, and you're going to get too spread thin, you're not going to be able to do it and get fast with it. So a lot of people, if you go look at their Etsy stores, woodworking Etsy stores, they wind up with a bunch of cutting boards or a bunch of charcuterie boards or whatever. It's because they have found that works for them and that sells. And once that happens, you're able to batch those things out and you can actually make a little bit more money because you get it down pat to a system.
Are you at a stopping point?
I thought maybe there was a question or something.
I was going to give you a question here. Kip Moore said that he's in a dilemma. He wanted the Delta table saw, but they're totally out of stock. What is the next best saw to buy?
Grizzly makes good saws. That rigid saw, if you want a comparable saw, the rigid 45, some of you guys may help me out, rigid 45 something other saw is a comparable saw. I took the one I bought back because the top was warped, but there's lots of people that haven't had that issue and they work just fine. And so that's a comparable saw. It's going to be about the same price in that $600 price range. The reason it's out of stock is what I assume we talked about a couple weeks ago is the metal suppliers are backlogged because of everything that's been going on, and they can't actually manufacture the saw. Same thing with gym equipment. A lot of the metal things they use for that's all backed up. It's going to get worse. And they're talking about coffee. And they're talking about prices increasing significantly on metal. So I would look for tools to increase as well.
Rhonda Loftus says that she made a flag and the boards aren't all the same level. How does she fix that?
It would have to be, I'm not real sure what we're talking about. So they're not matched up?
That's what I'm assuming.
If so, you made a flag with strips and some of them are bumped up and some of them are not. If it's already glued together, then it's kind of too late because it's going to be really hard to get it back flat. You could look at doing some type of wavy pattern on there. I've seen those done. Yeah. Do that with a router and a sander and things, and you have to repaint everything. That may be a way to do it. If it's not, then you have to just break it apart. And if everything's the same thickness, then your boards are probably warped or twisted or something like that.
Rebecca Mayberry, I just have to say what she put on here. She said, God bless or Lord bless the mail carriers out there. My goodness.
I know they had a rough. They had a rough day.
But really quick, you've had 2 people say that Death Wish coffee is.
I've heard that. I have heard it's good coffee.
But somebody else liked. They agreed with you on the Puerto Rican, but
I like my Puerto Rican
Black Rifle coffee.
I tried that. I have used that before.
I thought that sounded
a couple
familiar.
Of years ago. Mm-hmm.
But what's Death Wish coffee?
I don't know. Sounds strong.
Sounds good. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, on the flag. That's right. A power hand planer on the line. Think about that. A power hand planer could help you out there. I bought one off of Amazon. I hardly ever use it, but it's about $20, $30 for a win one. If you're looking into that, that may be a way to save your flag project.
What thumbnails? Billy Clark said them thumbnails you using now. He's laughing at you.
Hey, man. It's all about that click.
That's right. I love your thumbnails. Oh, my gosh. You go nuts over your thumbnails.
You got to.
Yeah, I know.
Focus on them thumbnails. Woodcraft 716. You know what I'm talking about. If y'all hadn't checked out Woodcraft 716's channel yet, go check him out. He's a regular participant here. He did a review on the Craig Pocket Hole 720 Pro last week. I think it was, or earlier this week. It was a really good review. If you want to go check him out.
I'm trying to get back up to the questions. I think somebody asked what the 731 was. The 731 is our anniversary, July 31st.
That's right.
So, and I see that some of you have commented that back. So think, and Mr. Wagner's in the house.
Lloyd Wagner.
Just bought the Home Right Finish Max Pro.
You're going to like that. It's going to save you so much time. And when you start painting things.
I love it when Mr. Wagner's in the house.
When you start painting things, especially if you start getting a bunch of orders, when you niche down like we're talking about, and you start, like if all you're doing is making end tables or coffee tables, end tables, living room suite type things, and you start painting those things, if you don't have a good paint sprayer and you're brushing or rolling that stuff on, it takes forever. That paint sprayer will save you so much time. It's well worth the thing.
4321 Woodworking says the Deltas are coming in slowly through Lowe's around the country.
So they're keep an eye out on Lowe's.
Says keep seeing postal places getting them in. So yeah, you're gonna have to keep an eye on them. Scott Cormel says that he works in a metal fab and metal is crazy right now.
Let me show you. Rebecca Mayberry, the hand planer is actually good. I couldn't operate one because what I would try to do is take a tabletop and make it flat, and I would wind up with lines in it, like streaks where I couldn't get it all perfectly flat, and I'd try to sand it. It was a mess.
Married Man Woodworking, we are rich in love. You can tell him that. He says my 8-year-old just asked me if y'all are rich.
We're very rich in love.
We've said that ever since we've been together. We've always said we may not have the finer things in life, the finest things in life, or the best house, or the best car, or the best whatever. But we always say we're rich in love. So.
Always been rich in love since the day we met.
So tell them
we are rich in love. That is more important than any amount of money that you could ever have, is to find someone to spend your life with that has the same values as you and who you actually enjoy being around so much that you don't want to be apart. After 21 years.
Our bonus daughter is here tonight, Kathy. She's probably listening with Mo in the other room. But our daughter will tell her all the time, "Oh, I'm so sorry," because we'll hug her, we'll kiss her something, and the other day she was like, "I've been here long enough. I know that your parents do." So you just find joy in each other.
That's right.
I love that everybody's talking about coffee. Everybody's talking about coffee. Death Wish coffee and Black Rifle. That's what everybody is talking about. Lots of people are talking about the Death Wish coffee, though. We've got to order. I wrote it down. Yeah. I wrote both of them down. Yeah. It's like 4 times the caffeine is what DIY Texan says. Oh, my goodness. Jason Elliott says he really likes his Grizzly G0771Z table saw.
I had looked at those before I got my Delta. I was looking at the Grizzly line of tools, or the line of table saws, because they were really nice looking. And
Tim List said that his bride and him have been married for 43 plus years.
Congrats.
That's awesome. My boss, I think that's how long she's been married.
Really?
Yeah, I think Miss Patty, right? Mm-hmm. Like 43 years or something. Yeah.
Also, I don't want you to click off the stream, but you can open another tab. You've got just a few minutes left to enter the giveaway on the mallet.
It in here with you?
And it's just
you don't have it in here with you, do you?
It's on the epoxy video with the mallet. The link's there, and it's in the Facebook community group. You can go there and click on that and go enter. It's for the mallet and a quart of the tabletop epoxy and hardener, quart each of those, if you want to try some epoxy.
Look, so 4321 Woodworking says, at least as a woodworker, we can make the finer things in life.
That's right.
I like that. Wooden mugs. I've never seen a wooden mug.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
A wooden one? Mm-hmm. I don't know if I have.
Shrek used one, I think. So, I'd like to know where you guys, if you comment now, what is your top seller? And do you find that if you focus on that one item that you're selling more of it? And I know that I see a lot of people have posted or commented, send me pictures and stuff of their dog kennels are extremely strong sellers. I even had somebody in the live stream, I think last week.
Hey, Brother Rib and Spinderella.
Hey, how doing? And that if you building those dog kennels, that those things are really, really hot sellers. We're getting into the springtime. Outdoor furniture is fixing to be a really big seller. King's Fine Woodworking has some plans that you can actually buy the template from him. He'll mail them to you, and you just lay them on the wood and draw them out and then cut them out. That's a really good system that he's got there for those. So I just like to know if you guys are what you're making. I know a lot of people are making flags. I see flags are down there. I've sold several flags myself. Those things are really good sellers because you can customize those things in so many different ways. Go check out Twisted Oaks Flag Company. He does an excellent job at being very unique with his flags.
Jason Daughtery says that he and his wife have been married for 21 years this June, and they finish each other's sentences. What do we finish each other's?
Sandwiches.
Yeah, from Frozen.
Jason Presley, to enter the giveaway, it's on the Facebook community page. You go there, and the link's right there close to it's in one of the posts. Or you can go back on YouTube and look at the mallet epoxy video that I made a week and a half ago that posted. It's in that description.
Can
of that
y'all
video.
guess what time we're going to do the giveaway?
No, they can't. They don't have any idea.
Guess. What do you think about the Hercules from Harbor Freight? Kenneth Rose wants to know.
The Hercules, I've heard a lot. I've never personally owned any, but I have heard over the last couple of weeks, I've gotten tons of messages and comments about that line of tools being very good.
We've got Canada back in the house, eh?
Canada.
There's people talking about the wooden mugs still.
Awesome.
Huh. I don't guess I know it.
Thank you, Blue Collar and
Why do you use the level rather than a taper jig to edge joint? Wouldn't the jig be more stable? Bridge Street Nursery. Ooh, I like that name. That they asked that. Bridge Street.
Thank you, Blue Collar and because it was easy and I had it on hand. But yeah, if you have a taper jig, it would be a lot more stable and would probably create a much tighter joint. But the level works. Like, it works really good, especially for somebody that just has a table saw and a 4-foot level laying around. It works. It just works.
Oh, did you see what Dexter Butler said?
I haven't.
I just posted plans to the folding picnic table to the group.
That is fantastic, brother. Thank you.
Awesome.
That is awesome, man. I appreciate that.
Nailbender just added a post in our Facebook community group, and he says hopefully everyone finds it useful. So y'all need to check that out.
Yep.
There have
Man,
been
that
so
group has
many
been
cool
awesome.
things in
We've
there.
got almost, it's been up for less than a week, and we've got almost 1,000 members in there, and everybody is so helpful. I mean,
Okay,
it's been
Mr. Lloyd Wagoner,
awesome. Lloyd
he
Wagner.
says, when and what is your next build video? So we actually need y'all's help on this because we've been debating on this. And sorry, I cut myself cooking tonight, trying to use this darn hand. We're getting ready to do our deck makeover, which is needed now more than ever because all of the ice and snow made our whole canopy, or not really the canopy.
It's like a little metal gazebo with a canvas on top.
The metal busted completely out.
Epic fail. If you follow me on Instagram, I posted it on my story.
It was pretty rough. So that's going to be our next big build video because we're going to build a sectional to go out there and some side pieces. But we need your help. We need ideas of how to put some type of roof on it. And you can take it from here because I don't quite understand why he tells me he doesn't understand what to do.
All right.
So we need your help.
I don't know if there's enough clearance. So our house, the gable end comes over, and then there's siding, obviously, here. So from underneath the gable end down to the end of the deck is like 12 feet. I don't know that I can get enough pitch on there because, one, I don't know what the correct pitch would be so that water flows correctly, snow don't collapse it, and all that good stuff. And then also, I had an idea of just building a regular 4-sided gazebo out there on top of the deck that I have now. I had a guy come look and tell me that he could do it and build it on top of the deck using, I got 6x6 posts going into the ground. They're still super stable. I built it 10 years ago. I would notch those out and then put another 6x6 in, bam, like that. Screw it in with some lag bolts and then maybe encase it to make it look a little better. Anyway, the roof part's what I got trouble with. So if you want to holler at me, Instagram, Facebook, or 731woodworks@gmail.com.
The problem is with our sliding glass door where it goes from the kitchen out to the deck, I don't want water to drip between the two.
Right. That's
the rub.
We want to be able to walk in and out.
Yeah, that's and he keeps telling me he can't do this. He put roofs on for a living when we started dating. He was a roofer.
I put metal roofs.
I want a metal roof on the deck.
I put metal roofs on trailer houses, and it was like a system. It was like it was already like pretty much prefabbed. You just put it on there. Right, yours itching now.
Okay, but the base of it has to be built out of wood. What's that say?
It's different. It's different.
See?
Structural engineering is a whole lot different than building a coffee table or an intake.
Oh, Ron Austin says that he and his wife have been married for 48 years this May.
That's
Not
awesome.
because of me, but the Lord. Oh, I love that. Somebody else up here, I lost it, said that they had only been married 9 years. I lost it, but his wife said it felt more like 55.
Ooh. Better go buy her something. Woodworker 24. I got the rigid table saw in January this year. Parts would not line up. Put together. Had 2 difference. Gave up and got the 7. So that's something similar happened to me when I got the rigid. When I got it home, I had to put it in the backseat of a car. I got it home. The tabletop was warped, and so when you slid the fence, it would just hit the table and it wouldn't move. It would just stick. So I ended up taking it back and just got a refund and went and got the Delta, and I've been super happy with the Delta.
What's side draining? Is that what you were telling me about? The gutter thing?
I don't know. I don't know what side. I'm assuming it's the water's running back in, or put a drain out the side of it maybe. And
Brian Griffey said something about a flat roof. I'm not opposed to a flat roof. You're the one that told me that it might not work for.
How's those drain though? That's what I don't understand. I don't know how to make it drain and get it away from the house. I don't want no water damage and all that stuff.
I just don't know.
Thank you,
somebody
Laura
said add post and go above the house and put a gutter on the house. Yeah, I just
about that.
Thank you, Laura. That's so sweet. I don't know. We want something. Oh, and there's Death Wishes veteran on. Y'all love this Death Wish coffee. We gotta get Death Wish coffee. Gotta get Death Wish coffee.
So no to flat roofs.
Is that you? That's you. He gets all kinds of mess. He don't even know anymore. Say no to flat roofs. So I'm
worried about a flat roof. I'd rather have one. I think I got enough room to pitch it.
K-Tuck, that's awesome. 29 years of marriage this April.
I think it would be a cool build. I don't know if you guys would be interested in watching me build a structural or a gazebo basically over a deck. But I think it would be a cool build to do. And of course, I would want to insulate it so you could sit out there in the summertime, evening time, stuff like that. But
4321 add a second floor to the house.
We could use the space.
We could. Oh my goodness, we're trying to figure out this that day bed he built. There, there's a video on the day bed that he built. We can't take it out of the dog room so that we can what?
Chris Parley said he was calling me to renew my vehicle's warranty. I got one of those calls a while ago.
We get those all. I love those phone calls, those spam calls. I love them, and they hang up on me all the time because I try to talk to them about everything other than what they want to talk about.
And if you tell them you got a 1990s model anything, they'll hang up on you.
Yeah, they will.
They don't want to know about that one. They want the new car.
I tried to give the make and model of my very first car that I ever owned, a 1994 Ford Thunderbird. They didn't care about my Thunderbird.
Jeffrey Salzberg, do like the rest of us do. You're trying to find something to build, find a YouTube video. I've watched a bunch of them here lately on roofing and building. But see, there's not a specific one, which maybe a good video then. There's not a specific one where you build onto an existing deck that I found.
I believe in you.
I know you do. I just don't want the roof to crash down and hurt you.
I would help you build that rocket.
I know you would.
Build me what I want out there.
Oh my goodness.
Don't y'all think he should build me what I want out there? I mean, come on. Oh, you're good to me. I know you'll try. Alfredo says that his kitchen has a flat room over it, and with the snow melting, the kitchen ceiling has started leaking.
See, I was really worried about pipes busting and leaks and all kinds of stuff. So far, we've done well. We haven't had any issues with that, so that's been good.
Right there. Random Name says that this channel should go live more often and just shoot the crap with commenters. I told him, I said, we need to have one episode where it's nothing but
like an AMA.
Yeah.
Just ask me anything kind of thing.
Yeah. Us chatting and, us, I don't know. Oh, thank you, Great Grandpa.
Thank you, man.
Last time.
Appreciate that.
I love the name. I don't know if you're actually are a great grandpa, but I'm so jealous because I want a grandbaby so bad.
And
our kids are just like, no.
In the chat, it actually shows the pair dancing around, but on the sticker or on my software, it just, what? I don't know, it just describes what it is. It's like a pair character.
That's why you've been laughing at your screen.
Oh, I laugh at a bunch of stuff. I don't even know what I'm laughing at anymore.
Great Grandpa said, build the patio cover into the roof so it has no seams.
See, I don't know how to do that. That's the problem because the guy, thank you, Rob's Custom Wood Shop. Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Oh, thank you, Rob's.
So the guy that looked at it, he told me he would build a gable because our roof's like coming down like that. So he would build a gable into that roof and extend out over the deck. And he was supposed to bring me back a estimate, and I've never heard back from him. But the weather's been kind of terrible, and like what he said, lumber. He come by and told me that lumber price was up, and he didn't want to even price it to me right now. But
Mark Babeck says
a lot of work.
That there are sales and cable roof riggings to look into. See, this is what's so funny. The gazebo type structure we paid a few $100s for it a few years ago. And the roof of it didn't last very long. So I went on eBay and got a waterproof sun sail. And we hooked it over it. We put grommets in it and connected it. That thing... Water never leaked through it, ever. Not once. The rain did not go through it. And when that ice and that snow made the metal part bust and break, the sun sail was still in one piece.
Yeah, well, I had to cut it.
Yeah, you had a hard time cutting it. That thing was really good.
Jeff Allred, really good. Does Biscuit White overspray come off stained cedar pickets, or should I spray in front of my white truck? I still got Biscuit White on the side of my truck to this day from a couple of years ago when the wind was blowing the wrong direction. So, no, it don't come off very good.
Frank Schwartz.
No, I think it's...
Y'all let us know if you can still hear us out there. Somebody just said that it was lagging. Like, it just come through.
I wonder if it's a dual internet setup's lagging us.
Can I go to...
You'd have to switch to the Wi-Fi.
How do I do that?
I don't know. Are we still here? All right, we're back.
Are we back?
Sorry about that.
Oh, good.
You want to switch to the Wi-Fi?
Yeah, I think you need to switch me to Wi-Fi. I'm going to turn the Wi-Fi on.
Yep. All right, that was a glitch. I don't know. She banged on the table, and then the internet went out, so I'm just assuming it was her fault. Let's just say it was her fault, and then let's just move on from there. There's no really need to discuss it after that. Am I right?
Are you ever right?
Rarely.
Now look what you did. What did you do?
Well, I unplugged your internet, but I still have internet.
So what'd you do to
mine? Hit the refresh. I hope you got internet. Thank you, Matthew Roberts. I
Oh my
appreciate that,
goodness
man.
gracious! You're killing me. Now you made an ad come up on my. Somebody said, "Isn't that what this is? An AMA?" It kind of is.
It pretty much turns into that, and but we like it, and I hope you guys do too. We just love interacting with you guys.
Oh,
Right,
Matthew is making cutting boards as an easy way to make small cash after making the larger furniture pieces.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That is awesome.
I love my cutting board from Brother Rio.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I love putting really bread on it and cutting bread on it.
She makes some good bread.
I do make good bread. I make really good bread. Oh, it's only 7:30.
Oh.
Somebody's ready.
Yeah, for what?
Somebody said it's fuzzy now.
Oh, sorry, guys. And
quality has dropped considerably. You did something.
I didn't do anything.
You did something.
I don't even know what's going on right now.
A bread making video. My daughter keeps telling me that I need to make videos.
Thank you, Woodcraft 716.
Thank you, Woodcraft 716.
Thank you, though. Appreciate that.
Floating wine bottle holders. Has anyone ever made that?
I've seen those.
Hey, you know what time it is?
It's giveaway time.
Giveaway time. I was wondering if you was going to get it right tonight. Somebody says no quality issues. Others say good quality. So we're just going to hope for the best here.
I can't show, because of Gleam.io, I can't show the actual giveaway drawing because it shows their personal information, but I hit draw and then I'll tell you who won. And I'll be able to show you the
57 Woodwork says, people in the chat, set your quality to manual, not auto.
Yeah. Ready?
So we'll see. All right, let's see.
One winner.
And draw.
670 people entered, so you got one in 670 chance. I'm just trying to build the suspense.
I'm just ready to see who wins. I want to know.
Do you want to know? There it is. Stephen Tartar. Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Colorado Springs. Awesome. Here. You got it?
I got what?
Do you need me to take a picture of it like I did last time? You got it this time? All right, Stephen. Good deal. Congratulations.
Entry number 289.
289.
So I'll send you an email.
About halfway through.
I don't know if you watch or not, but I'll send you an email and get in contact with you.
We're going to do another giveaway soon. It'll be something small when it's ready.
That's right. Yeah. I thought I had no idea what we was talking about there for a second.
Yeah. I ordered something that I thought would be kind of neat, and so it's sort of like my giveaway. It's small though, so but I did order it. Should be ready in the next 3 to 4 weeks, and then we'll post it and we'll get a giveaway started for it. I love that y'all always congratulate everybody.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I love that. I love the support that y'all give. You know, somebody commented on here that when they joined the Facebook community group, there were like 30 people in it, and within 24 hours, it was 700 and something people. Y'all have been so supportive of each other, and I love that. I told him, I said, man, we waited so long. They've been waiting on this.
I'm trying to show the winner. It won't scroll up fast enough.
You just putting a picture of yourself on there.
I'm trying to scroll.
That's all. Man, them thumbnails.
Right there.
Thumbnails.
Stephen T won.
Woodworkers, am I right? Jeez. You're just trying to plug.
Oh my gosh.
What's your face that you're?
Huh?
That's not what you were doing.
Oh, on the thumbnail?
He's so funny. I don't know if y'all ever do this, but I think he just likes to get out there with his camera and have fun. He does all kinds of things.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I set it on a 10-second lapse, and then I'm trying to get thumbnails of different expressions and things, and I'd like to have some that's already in the bank so that I could have them in a folder somewhere. If I need them, I can just pull them out instead of having to go back up. But I'll be all kind of stuff out there.
Rhonda Loftus wants to know, what are your favorite type of flags to make?
I like to make distressed looking flags. I think those look really cool. And but I haven't made any in a while.
Really. One of my favorite flags was the marine flag you made.
Yeah, that was a really nice looking flag. As far as flags go, that was probably my favorite I ever made. I promised the lady that I sold it to I wouldn't make any more. She wanted the one-off flag. And I made that one, and then some other people just went behind me and made something just like it. So, I mean, but
Joe Southern says he was thinking of using the kennel idea for kitchen cabinet doors because our dining room table will have a black bear theme.
That'd be cool.
That's really neat. Yep. I want to see pictures of that. Y'all share that to the Facebook community group. Somebody else was wanting to know how to get onto the Facebook community group.
Facebook.com/groups/731woodworks, I think. Pretty sure.
Oh, Timothy Cox says that he identifies as Stephen Tartar.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yep, that's it. Facebook.com/groups/731woodworks is a community group. You'll have to go in there and there's 13. I'll go ahead and approve you 13 right now. So it's basically all you do is just ask to join, and then somebody.
Welcome to the chat, blessed dwellings.
One of our moderators will approve you. If you're interested in being a moderator, give me a shout, and we'll look at.
Y'all been doing a great job, though. The moderators.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
Y'all been doing a really good job of approving people.
Lloyd Wagner and Woodcraft 716. We appreciate you guys.
Yeah, y'all been doing, and Mackenzie. Oh, and I hear our dog Uggy, and we're not gonna bring him in this time because it just caused way too much disruption last time.
Blessed dwellings. Thinking about going to a farmhouse or even a farm product niche, coops, nests, water cover, etc. If you can find, well, for one, you need to see if that's going to work in your area. So I would suggest making a couple of products and then trying to market that in your area.
But those coops and stuff, there's people that want those so bad.
Mm-hmm.
I see people post about that all the time. Yes.
So it may be a good niche to get in.
Yes.
If you can focus down and get into, you'll get your groove. But it takes just a little bit when you're first starting out. But if you've already been making stuff, you'll notice it's kind of like a Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. Most everybody, if you build a product, most people will buy it. I've seen some people here lately, though, they've been sending me messages saying, hey, I've had this up for sale and it's not selling. And I say, well, you're asking for it. It's like a nice looking little table and they're wanting like $50 for it. And it should be like $150. And I'm like, that's probably why it's not selling. You're undercutting yourself. Mm-hmm. And people look at it and they say, well, they only want $50, so it's cheap. I'm not going to buy that. They would rather go somewhere else and buy from Walmart or one of the box stores a piece of particle board for much higher than what you would actually sell it for if you sold it for $150. So you can underprice yourself if you're not careful.
4321 Woodworking, we'll get you added on there. Thank you.
Yep. I just approved like 42 more people, so that should put us over 1,000 in that group.
That's awesome.
It's an awesome community.
Doug Kane says that he builds coffins and church furniture.
That's interesting.
It's the combo. It's the combo that's so interesting about that.
Yeah, if I couldn't build a coffin.
Yeah, and y'all know I love to go off on my tangents here. My dad had a coffin type thing built for a dog that we had when I was growing up. And he had a headstone made for it. And when we got ready to sell my dad's house after my dad had passed away and stuff, the realtor come to me called me and said, I was showing the house and everybody got a little bit freaked out. And I said, why? And she said, is there a little girl buried in the backyard? And I was like, oh, no. Because there was a tombstone and it had rocks around it and like a fence and everything. And it said Mickey DeBow.
Yeah.
And
it said "Dim Babies" on there.
And then underneath it in quotations, it had "Dim Babies" because that's what my dad always called her was "Dim Babies."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Scott Cornell says, "I hear a lot of scrap wood. No such thing as scrap wood, just pieces not yet used." If y'all saw me clean the shop, y'all would be mad at me at how much I burnt up. Yeah. Because there was a bunch, but I had to do something. It was just getting way overrun.
Thank you, Rebecca Mayberry. I love Rebecca Mayberry's name.
Do you?
It reminds I love your name.
Thank you very much.
It makes me think of that show, Mayberry.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Andy Griffith.
Yeah, I love her name. I just like, and of course, girl power. Yeah, just a little bit there. I can't do what you do, but I don't even know the name of most of this stuff.
Morris, I did throw out some stuff that that most people would have used. Like I said, it got to the point to where I would reach and grab something, especially from the bottom shelf. You'll see on the shop tour that I'm trying to work on now. It just collapsed on it. Like it would just fall out on the floor, and then I would get aggravated because it was all on the floor and I had to try to restack it. It's probably more of an organization problem versus having too much, but I had to do something. So I got rid of all of that crap.
Rebecca, growing up, my last name was Mackenzie, and it was during the times of Spuds Mackenzie. And that's why our daughter's name is Mackenzie. I gave her my maiden name.
Name it Spuds.
Yeah.
But she just went with Mackenzie.
Yeah, I was going to name her Spuds. Oh, there you go. Anyway, yeah, so I dropped my middle name when he and I got married. I still go by Mackenzie. I'm Amy Mackenzie Outlaw on Facebook. But yeah.
Is it a good idea to buy wood off of Facebook? You can find some really good deals on there. Yeah. I would be cautious of who I was dealing with or where we was meeting and stuff like that. I don't know that I would want to.
We've been watching a lot of crime shows, so y'all just be
careful.
Meet in a public place. Meet in a public place.
Yeah, but I think you could get some good deals out there.
57 Woodworks made a cutting board from some of his scraps.
Awesome. So Let's Go says that their last name is McKenzie. So y'all may be
What?
related. Yep.
Where's it at? How
I
do
just
you
put it on
spell
the
it?
screen right there.
Oh, it's spelled the right way.
Yep. Y'all
It's
may be
spelled just like
cousins.
ours. That's cool. My family is all from Mississippi.
Blessed Dwellings, it's facebook.com/groups/731 Woodworks.
Everybody called me Spuds in school. Spuds or Toothpick. I always got called Toothpick because I was so skinny in school.
Lloyd Wagner. We just hit 1,000 there in that group. Thank you.
Did we?
Yep.
Oh, thanks for
That's
letting
one
us
thing.
know.
I know we said it, but it's so awesome to see everybody coming together in a group like that and being willing to help each other to find solutions to problems, to help price your projects. And you can't post things for sale in there, but if you need advice on what you should be pricing something, that's what it's there for. And getting good positive feedback or not negative feedback, but if you need a little, what do you call it? Some
encouragement.
No, like if it needs to be tweaked, constructive criticism. There you go.
Constructive criticism.
So you just got to tweak it a little bit. If there's something on there that's a little wompy jaw and you need a little advice about it, that's how you get it.
You were flirting with me.
Yes, I was.
O'Shea Woodworks. Matt, do you do any welding for legs, etc.? Something I'm thinking about doing at some point.
I don't. I used to do a little welding, but it was for construction.
I welded in school.
Hilltop wood and metal. You ever think about 6-pack holders? And I'm sure you mean soda. 6 packs of soda.
Soda.
But yeah, I see a lot of the people making those, and they sell well. Put a little bottle opener on there for because Coca-Cola's have those bottle tops.
Gary Glover said that their police department has a meeting place at the station for people to meet if they're buying and
that's
selling.
a good idea.
That's kind of cool.
Yep.
Yeah, here in our town, everybody always wants to meet either
Moncel's
Walgreens parking lot or the old Fred's parking lot.
Moncel's doing it now. They announced it. They got
really?
Yeah, it's under video surveillance the whole night.
Every time I've ever met somebody, it's been in one of those 2 parking lots. Like everything happens there.
Lloyd Wagner, he's getting tired trying to keep up with all the requests in the Facebook group now.
Woo!
Good.
Thank you for your hard work. Others are finding the Facebook group, so that's awesome.
Alfredo, if you'll send me a message.
I got it. I'm writing them down. Okay. I got you, Alfredo.
If that's your name on Facebook, because I have to find you by your name
if that's not your name on there, let me know.
Matthew Roberts, what is the roof pitch? I have no idea what the pitch of our roof. It's really steep. I know that. It's like not an A-frame, but more like I don't know that.
It's also a little bit wavy. Even though we had when we bought the house, it was fairly new, but we had to have a new roof put on within the first few months. Had it put in our contract, and it still didn't get covered, so we had to pay for it out of pocket. Insurance wasn't going to cover it, and it's still just frustrating things.
Kenneth Rose has bought $30 worth of wood at Lowe's and 4 and 3 foot links, 2x6s. He spelled 2x6s wrong. And 2x4s, he spelled that wrong as well. 2 pallets all stacked up.
Did he spell it the correct way?
No, he spelled it wrong. The correct way is 2x6 or 2x4.
Tuba?
Yeah, that's right.
Tuba.
But yeah, you can find a lot of times they'll throw those little drops and stuff off, and you can sell them at a really good deal. So that's a good place to look to find a deal too. Frank
Schwartz says, I'm available to make the moderators a bit crazy.
Isaac Trust, do I know a paint sprayer at a decent price? I got the HomeRite Finish Max.
I got you, O'Shea Woodworks.
I got the HomeRite Finish Max Super, something like that. If you just search HomeRite Finish Max 731 on YouTube, you'll see it. There's a link in the description. You just click that and go there. It's $100, give or take $99, something like that. It's not a $500 Fuji sprayer, so I wouldn't expect like fine finishes, but it works very well for the type of projects you see on my channel, like really well.
Melissa McCracken, I think you're talking about joining the group on Facebook. Says, would love to be in that group. I have no clue what to price our wood projects and crafts for. If that's what you're talking about, yeah. If you don't already have a Facebook page, just create one. Thank you, Ryan Simpson.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
He says, you both are awesome. Keep at it. That's awesome. Thank you. I was nervous that some of my students were going to try to get in here tonight because I overheard them talking about it again today. I think they forget when they go home. Oh, these kids. But something really cool I had, and haven't told you, I had a student come up to me today. he has started chiseling wood.
Really?
He just picked up a piece of wood and he chiseled
Like
it, and
whittling?
that thing is butter smooth in your words, like so super smooth. And he handed it to me. I said, "Oh, thanks. So I get to keep this." Messing with him, he was like, because he was so proud of it. I said, "I'm just picking."
Blaine Buttermore. He wants to know what your shirt says.
Together is the only way. Together is the only way.
It's just 731 Woodworks Community, Ray Rodriguez. I think if you just search 731 Woodworks Community, 731 space Woodworks space Community, you should be able to find it if you just search Facebook.
Alfredo said that his 14-year-old just started watching with him, and she started laughing when she heard you say two before. So she's a girl that's watching it. See, girl power.
See, two before. Two before. Two before.
Oh my gosh. The best part is in the group was people telling those pricing things that are usually too low. We often undersell our projects.
We do. I'm bad about it.
Yeah.
And she would always call. She's like, "Why are you selling that so?" Or trying. I'm pass it in front of her. She's like, "That's way too cheap." Yeah, you can get those type things in the store for X.
I think it should. Yeah, somebody. Rebecca said, "Girl power." See, I love Rebecca. I love Rebecca Mayberry.
Yeah, if you underprice yourself, then what happens is they assume that it's just cheap or it's cheaply
Josh
made.
Perkins, that's okay. We got you.
So you want to make sure, and you can overprice yourself, obviously, but don't undersell yourself. I heard from a guy today. He showed me a picture of a table that he wanted to price. He asked me what is your price, or he said, "Is $300 fair?" And I looked at it and I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's absolutely fair." Well, the person he was wanting to price it didn't want to pay that much for it. I'm like, man, with the price of lumber and that what you're building there, I wouldn't go any lower than $275 on that. And he's like, "Yeah, they're just trying to undercut me." So you just got to kind of watch that too. But I mean, that's just the name of the game. That's in any business, really. Alfredo's
daughter is his shop helper.
That's awesome.
You know what though? I loved helping my dad growing up. I was that. He was a truck driver, and so he was always out in the shop doing that sort of thing, and I was always out there on the truck with him. So yeah.
Darren Terhart says you can just go to groups on Facebook and search 731 and it'll show up.
Cody wants to know if we made the two before or if someone else sent it to us. Someone made that for us.
And we shouted them out last week.
Yeah. And then DuBoisJukes13 says, "Hi, I just started watching your channel and I think it's just great. I'm 16 and just started becoming interested in woodworking. Do you have any tips for a beginner? Don't stop.
You only get 10 of these. And when you cut one off, they won't grow back. So and I say that jokingly.
Thank you, Jason Elliott.
Be extremely careful because this stuff will hurt you and it'll hurt you bad. Make sure you got your glasses, a good dust mask, watch where your fingers will go. But other than that, just build things.
Ventilation.
You will find your passion and what you want to build and what you enjoy building. The more you build, and you'll get into most of us start off kind of taking what other people have built and try to build or mimic that. Perfectly okay. We all do that. And then at some point, you're going to start branching off and building very unique things.
Thank you, Blaine Buttermore.
Thank you, Blaine. Appreciate
that name, Buttermore.
And so you just take that and you'll build your own unique things and you'll be awesome at it. So
Auntie Kim is 50 years old and just started woodworking and loves your videos.
That's awesome.
You know what I love, and I mean, I have love and respect for all of you. But I love all of the women that are getting involved in this.
Yeah, I know. There's a bunch of them.
Because I'm so envious of you. I wish I could do something like that out there. I can pull the saw down and cut a piece of wood, but that's about it.
Rebecca Mayberry, mask recommendations. One of the best masks you can buy. They're about $25, I think, personally. It's my opinion, is a RZ mask. You just search RZ mask on Google, and they'll show up. They have them on Amazon, too, and they have replaceable filters inside, the little mesh filters. They're great for dust.
DuBoisJukes13 said that his mom is making sure he does everything safely.
That's good. That's awesome, man.
And I'm saying he because it's got boy in it. So
you just keep on making stuff. You make that sawdust, and you'll be good.
Mark Hasselbrack, thank you. If y'all are enjoying this, hit that thumbs up real quick for us. We're at $1.99. Let's see if we can make that go up. Woodcraft716 said that 731 is a beginner-approved channel.
Yep, that's right.
So we have
a lot of projects that beginners, which is what our focus is for the most part, is so that beginners can take this stuff and build on it. Man, it seems intimidating until you just get out there and start making sawdust. It's not that hard. It's not.
Hey.
It's not rocket science.
Mitzi Fitzgerald?
Mhm.
Misty, I'm sorry. Misty Fitzgerald said that her husband and her have been watching our videos all the way from
That's
Japan.
awesome.
She's a military family there, originally from Arkansas.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all for your service and your sacrifice.
That's
for
so
our country.
cool.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Our daughter, her friend that's here tonight, Kathy. I call her my boo. She's our bonus daughter. I love me some Kathy. She's wanting to go to Japan, so that's pretty cool.
We've actually talked. Josh Perkins said that he would love to see me teaching you how to build something together on a video. We've talked about that.
We have talked about that. I would love to do that.
That'd be a good video.
I got to get more healed, I think, before I do that. But y'all, I am working this arm. But I would love to do that. I would love to.
What should she build?
Feel like I could do that.
What would you build?
I don't know. I have that mentality and I tell people not to have it, but I have that mentality of, oh Lord, it would come out so wompy jawed, right?
She did.
Oh my goodness.
4321 Woodworking or Bits and Bits worth it. I've never bought
DIY
from them.
techs and study Japanese in college.
I've never bought from Bits and Bits, but typically a quality bit is going to cost you some more money. White side for router bits. I like Diablo, but the forest blade, things like that.
Build the gazebo on the deck.
Yes, she should. Yes.
Oh, my arm is not going to be. I'm rehabbing this thing for a while. Yeah. I just started strength.
Oh, I thought she was going to build it.
I just started strength in rehab yesterday. Last night I was hurting. Oh, my goodness. And somebody just
Nate
said that Chris Bart is watching from Canada. Just curious, what do you typically build the most?
I was building stove covers the most before I switched to content creation on the majority. And that was because that's what my focus was. That's where the money was at. And I had an Etsy store that was doing really well. I generated about $20-something thousand in just less than a year off of Etsy. So it was a really good side hustle.
Somebody else said I should build a metal roof.
And when I say side hustle, I got scolded this week from a viewer in a really long email about how side hustle was a bad term. And I had side hustle just means you're working on the side of your other job.
He looked up the definition of a side hustle, and I'm like, baby, just.
It's a side, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Etsy was for me.
Did you hear what I said? John Lalonde, I don't know if I'm saying that right, said that I should build a metal roof.
She should. You should build the whole
I will
roof.
attempt to build a metal roof if he'll come and teach grammar one day.
No, I'm building the roof, guys. I couldn't stand in that classroom teach them kids nothing. They wouldn't listen to me.
Tammy said pergola. We've talked about that. My only thing.
It leaks a little bit.
Well, my only thing is I want to be able to sit in the rain. Not in the rain.
You could be sitting in the rain if we had a pergola.
No, I mean, I want to be able to sit on the deck with a cup of coffee on a cool day with a blanket while it's raining around me and hitting a tin roof.
Uh-huh.
Can't you just see that? How fantastic would that be?
Mm-hmm. I hear you.
I hear Coda again.
If you had that pergola, you could be sitting out there with the rain.
Oh, goodness.
Your coffee cup would never get empty.
There you go. It jumps. I hate it when it does that. It just jumps. I was thinking something small like a bookcase to start out easy. You got this, Miss 731. That's from Misty Fitzgerald.
Awesome.
And then somebody else said something about a picture frame. I move a lot. Said something about a picture frame. I did do those frames, but
you did make them.
No. I did cut the angles and stuff, I think, but I didn't do that whole thing.
You did most of it. Rebecca Mayberry says that I could teach them where wompy jawed is in the dictionary.
Yeah, you need to find it. What's the ginormous got put in the dictionary? We need to.
That's right.
We need to create a movement to get wompy jawed in the dictionary.
That'd be awesome. That'd be fantastic.
Create a movement.
That's my new dream. I want wompy jawed in the dictionary. How awesome would that be?
Would not set a tin roof and a wooden screen door. Nothing like them.
My shirt says, "Be still and know that He is God." Right there, Psalms 46:10.
That is not my color of hair. So
if it ain't yours,
where'd that come from? That's white. Oh, I may have some white in there.
Yeah, there's one or two right there.
Leave my white hair alone. Where are you getting that from?
What?
The white hair.
Right there.
No, my hair is not. I'm getting it done next week. Okay, and so all all my students fussed about my videos that I was making. They were like, Miss Outlaw, you're so washed out. And so that's why I went back to dark hair, was for videos.
Oh, okay.
What are you
Whatever that
saying?
means.
Okay, you knew that.
Wampy Jaw was already on the Urban Dictionary. Somebody beat me to it.
Somebody's on there?
It's in the Urban Dictionary.
Is it really? Wampy Jaw
That's
is?
what Graph says.
I bet it is. But you didn't create that
John
term.
Lalonde, what projects do you use your planer? You use that on a bunch of stuff, especially like tabletops. You can use it for tabletops, cutting boards. A lot of people use them for cutting boards. And so, I mean, there's tons of projects. I've used it on a bunch of stuff. I mean, it's a really nice. It's not a necessity to have, especially when you're starting out, but it is good to have once you get going.
Mark Bobek, I'm gonna say Bobek. I like that name. Said you can make a 2x4 out of a 4x6.
That you could do that.
I could do that.
Yep.
I could definitely do that.
You could. That's what you could make. That'd make a good video. Today, we're gonna make a 2x4.
Out of a 4x6. Oh my gosh.
Mike Adams wants to know what's the length of a dining table.
Oh, Troy Stevens, that's awesome.
Most of the ones I was making were about 5 feet long. I've got a free set of plans if you want to go check those out. No, they're not free. I'm sorry. But if you want to go check those out, the one my bay was 5 foot long, 30 inches wide, and then 30 inches tall, I think. I'd have to look at the plans to know. But most of them are 5 to 6 feet long generally. If you get into 7 and 8 feet long tables, if you don't have a jointer or a way to joint those real long boards, it's really difficult to get everything to line up right.
Have you ever used
Winch
wood?
I have not.
Graph asked that.
I have not.
Never heard of that. We've got people out there that have just gotten onto the community group and they're loving it so far. Some others saying that they're getting ready to get on there. That's awesome.
Yep. Nate E., do I use my drill press very often? Yes, I use it quite a bit. I use it a lot more than I thought I would. I really like having it. That Win 10-inch is a nice drill press. It's a tiny bit underpowered, but if you take things slow, it'll drill right through. If you try to force it, then it just stops. It don't go any further because it's belt driven, then it just slips. If I had it to do over, I'd probably still buy it because it was one of the less expensive ones and it works just fine.
Somebody said I need to build a wooden screen door, and then Tammy says the old-fashioned kind of screen door that slams.
Yep.
We had one of those.
Yep, my grandpa would wear you out if you let that thing slam.
Yeah.
Did not let that screen door slam.
In my house, nobody was ever allowed to slam a door, and it was so bad. My brother and I was the baby. But my brother and sister were older. Yeah, obviously. They were older. And if they slammed the door, they would get spanked with my dad's belt, which he named Old Mossy. And nobody liked Old Mossy. I never got spanked by it.
That's terrible.
And so
Old Mossy.
They didn't stop slamming their bedroom doors. And so my dad actually took the doors off. They didn't get it back ever. They were still off when he and I bought my dad's house from him.
Were. True story, yeah.
Yeah, they were still off. And so after they had moved out and gone, because I was the baby, I was the only one left there. I got mad at my dad one day and I slammed my door on purpose. I saw my dad get angry that day. Mm-hmm. He apologized, though, after he got angry because I broke out a tear.
Oh, yeah. Squeezed that one right out of there, didn't you?
Squeezed it right out.
Menace wants to know, what do I think about CNC woodworking? I think it's fantastic. Mm-hmm. And I want one. And you guys can even comment on this if you want to. I had a company reach out to me in October wanting to give me a CNC basically to start using on the channel. Of course, I would have to make content on that. And at the time, I didn't have time to do it. And I wasn't really they just wanted a lot.
You were not sure of it.
I wasn't sure of it. And it was going to be a lot of videos to make. And it was just when we were really ramping up things with the video production. And so, it's a really nice CNC. It wasn't like a real big one. It wasn't like a 4x8, but it was probably, I think it was 48 inches by 24 inches. So half a sheet of plywood. And I kind of almost regret that I didn't take the deal. I could still reach out to them. So if you guys would like to see CNC content, comment on the stream or the replay now and let me know that you want to see that. One thing is, one of the reasons I didn't take it was because the channel has never had any CNC content. It would not go full CNC. Even if I did get it today, I don't want to just turn into making stuff with the CNC. But flags and you can actually make whole chairs that just kind of put together. There's tons of stuff you can do these things, and they're really, really neat.
Tim List wants to know if you're going to try any more epoxy projects.
Absolutely. Matter of fact, what's the name of that company?
Yeah, the one you were just talking to.
They're sending me some deep pour epoxy, and so they saw the epoxy video, reached out, said, "Hey, would you like to try our epoxy?" I was like, "Yeah, man, send it to me." And so they're going to send me I don't know how much, maybe a gallon of deep pour, and I do have some ideas, but I would take more ideas for deep pour.
Total
epoxy.
Boat.
It was not Total Boat.
They did send us something.
Yeah, the Total Boat was the one that I just did on the mallet.
Was the first one.
Matter of fact, if you go to totalboat.com and use code 731woodworks, they'll give you 15% off, I think. And so, 15% off totalboat.com.
Tony Goyne says that he spends all day on a computer, so no interest in anything computer related when he gets home. Mm-hmm. I understand.
And that was another thing that I would have to I would have to learn that software. And yeah, it takes time to learn that stuff and get everything down. But if I took everybody through the process with me, like from day one, and said, okay, this is a CNC, this is how I set it up. Okay, this is how you learn the process. You know, I kind of thought of it that way, kind of everybody go through the process with me, and then they could follow along if they ever got one. So I don't know.
Our picture is, did you know our whole picture was in our background? I just saw that.
Usually it's only half a picture. I set the camera up that much too far that way.
Why?
I don't know. Thank you. Informal greeting. Appreciate that, man.
Tammy wants to know if there's a reason that lumber prices are so high. $70 for a sheet of birch plywood.
But I was paying, a couple of years ago, I was paying $65 a sheet for sanded birch 3/4 inch.
Informal greeting. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Just found our channel and have been watching tons of videos. Great content. Thanks for taking time to make them. I love your videos.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I love your videos.
I love to watch his videos when he's at work and I'm here, me and the dogs and the kids. I'll loop his videos.
Thank you.
Get to,
Stone coat. They want to know.
It's not stone coat. Dan Godwin, thank you so much. Welcome to the One Before Supporter Club.
Before. If you're a member of, I'm going to give you this, I'm going to throw this out there right now. If you're a member of our channel, next week we'll do a member-only live stream, and we'll just hang out for about 30 minutes before the stream. So maybe from 6:30 or 20 minutes before the stream, 6:30 to 6:50, and then we'll reset and go to the live stream. Let's see. I need you to talk while I look this up.
Okay. Well, let's see. Somebody had said that a lot of our wood was coming from Canada. Borders are closed. That's what Nailbender said. Rebecca Mayberry said that it's $55 a sheet in Virginia Beach.
That's pretty cheap.
Maybe, it's just all location.
That's right.
How some of that goes.
Upstart Epoxy is the name.
See you later, Mr. Wagner.
Later, Lloyd Wagner.
Heading out to the shop. Be safe out there.
Be safe. Happy sawdust. Upstart Epoxy is the name of the company. They're going to send me some to, send me some to use and try and see if I like it. I've never used deep pour, so I thought, why not?
Billy Clark says that your sound quality from your first videos has come a long way.
Well, there's a reason for that. The first videos, I was just using my iPhone to record with, whatever the model was at the time I was using. And then over time, I wound up buying like a lapel mic from Amazon that plugged into the phone. And then once I got my camera, I had a little shotgun mic on top. And now I have a wireless camera because I found having a wireless camera is awesome. You don't have to trip over the wire.
And sometimes your mic would go out on you and you wouldn't know, and he would be so frustrated.
Yep. I did. Matter of fact, on the Bow Shield video, I forgot to turn the mic on, and it recorded from the camera, which is a long way off. I had to boost the audio way up, and I almost didn't even post that video.
He's so cute when something like that happens, and he's all frustrated, and he gets his frustrated face on.
Yeah, I'd be angry.
You're not angry.
I want to throw something.
You're throwing those Elman fits.
Yeah, my grandpa's name was Elman. He was famous for throwing his Elman fits when he got frustrated.
Yep. Well, it's a little after 8. I think we need to let all these people spend some time with their family, maybe, or get out there and make some sawdust.
Thank you guys very much for joining us. We really appreciate that. It's always brightens our day. We was kind of in a funk before we started the live stream. We appreciate it.
I texted him earlier today, and I said, man, it's been a rough day. I said, I'm ready for the live stream tonight because it always makes us feel so good to spend time with you guys. Yep. So thank y'all again for joining us. We hope to see you again next week. Go to Facebook.
If you remember, I'll put the link to the member only live stream in the member community
Yeah,
tab.
join us for that.
And then we'll
Yeah.
the regular live stream bit.
We look forward to it. Y'all have a safe week. If you still are in the snow and the ice, be careful out
safe.
there.
Stay warm.
If you're not in it and you're in warmer temps, I'm jealous. So thank y'all so much for joining us.
Thank y'all. Have a good night. Virtual fist bump.